Many players struggle with the cue ball control. Even on some simple shots, they start to wonder how high to strike the cue ball. So here is the 90 degrees rule. The simple physics of every shot is that the cue ball will bounce 90 degrees off the red. So the line of the red to the pocket and the line that the cue ball is going to bounce off that red are going to make that 90 degrees angle. It doesn't matter if you're playing topspin, screw back or a stun shot. The first thing that the cue ball is going to do is to bounce off 90 degrees. Then if you applied topspin, after that bounce on 90 degrees, the cue ball is going to go forward. If you've applied backspin, then after the bounce 90 degrees, then the cue ball is going to go backwards. And this is how you see that cue ball making that little arc. If there is no spin into the cue ball, then after the 90 degrees bounce, the cue ball will continue to travel on that line, which creates the angle of 90 degrees. On softer shots, that bounce is very tiny bit. There is almost invisible bounce, but the cue ball goes 90 degrees, and then if it's topspin, goes forward, backspin, goes backwards. If the shot is harder, then the cue ball travels more on the 90 degrees line, and then the spin takes effect, if there is any. So here I'm playing the shot with lots of power and lots of screw back, and you see that the cue ball is going to go on the 90 degrees, and then it will make that arc. In the game, in the frame situations, we don't need a lot of them shots to make the cue ball arc. I'm just playing that shot to show you how the cue ball reacts after it hits the object ball. But there are many situations where you can see where is the 90 degrees angle, and to decide how high or how low to hit the cue ball to make position for your next shot. So if you play a stun shot, then the cue ball is going to go 90 degrees and it will not go off that 90 degrees. So here is a simple stun shot. Cue ball goes on 90 degrees and hits the pink. If I play a topspin, of course the cue ball is going to go forward. And now if you have a shot which requires specific position, then you can check where is that 90 degrees, and then to decide if you need a little bit of topspin or a little bit of screw back. So here is a very common situation in the game. I have a simple red to the corner pocket and a red ball which is on the cushion. Now I have to decide how high to strike the cue ball. So the cue ball opens the red, just trump star, and the cue ball bounces off the cushion to have a color and to have the red. So I'm coming here on that side of the table, and I check and I see that this is perfect 90 degrees angle to hit that red. So I have to play a perfect stun shot, no screw back, no topspin, to open that red. So very good shot. The red is open, and I have not perfect position on the color, but I have a position on the color, and that's a chance to clear the table and to win the frame. Here is another example. You have to play the black and to open the two reds because they don't go into any pocket, and then you can check the angle, and you can see that if you strike the cue ball with the stem, if you go 90 degrees, if you hit that red, then you open the two reds, and it's a frame winning opportunity. Maybe I hit it slightly softer than needed, but I have a shot on the red. The reds are now open, and I can clear the table and win the frame. So if you need your cue ball to go on 90 degrees, then you know it's a stun shot. If you want it behind that 90 degrees, then you play a little bit of screw back. If you want to go forward of that 90 degrees line, then you use a topspin or stun run shot, depends on how much forward or backward of that 90 degrees line you want your cue ball. This is a very good tip. I hope that helps with your cue ball control. See you next time.